We tend to think of the year as this fixed path, right? January, February, March, done. But what if that's just one map out of many? The calendar we use every day, the Gregorian one, it feels universal, but really, it's just one story of time among countless others. Today, we're going to explore a completely different one. So, let's just start with a really simple question. Is January always the start of the year? Well, as you've probably guessed, the answer is a definite no. For millions and millions of people, the new year kicks off at a totally different time, all guided by a different rhythm. And that's because calendars are so much more than just a grid of dates on a wall. They're basically maps of culture, of faith, of tradition. We're going to dive into a beautiful example of this, the Telugu calendar. It shows us just how deeply timekeeping is woven into the very fabric of a community. All right, so here's the plan. First, we'll see how calendars work as cultural maps, and we'll start with the 12 Telugu months. Then, we're going to jump into a year of celebration, compare it to a few other ways of telling time, and finally, really get a feel for the rhythm of this tradition. So, let's get started.
Okay, first up, the 12 Telugu months. Building the framework.
So our journey starts right here, with this page from a Telugu textbook. It really lays out the foundation of the whole calendar. And you'll notice, just like the system we're used to, it's organized around 12 months. So it's a familiar structure, but as we're about to see, it has a completely unique identity. Here they are, all 12 months, from Chaithrmu all the way to Falgunu. But honestly, the specific names are less important than the engine that's driving this whole system. It's a lunisolar calendar. Okay, what does that mean? It means it primarily follows the cycles of the moon. That's what gives the months their shape. But, and this is the really clever part, it also adds an extra month every few years to resync with the sun. This makes sure that festivals tied to the seasons, like a harvest festival, always happen at the right time of year. Pretty smart, right? All right, next section, a year of celebration. Now we're moving from the basic structure to the real story, seeing how these months actually come to life. Because you see, each of these 12 months isn't just some placeholder for time. Nope, it's an anchor for these vibrant cultural and religious celebrations. This deep connection between the months and the festivals is what gives the entire year its unique cultural rhythm. The very first month, Chaithrmu, kicks things off with Ugadi. That's the Telugu New Year. It's a time of new beginnings, and it's often marked by this special chutney that combines 6 different flavors, which symbolizes accepting all of life's experiences, the good and the bad. As the year goes on, each month brings its own major event, like the Bonalu Festival in Ashadamu or Vinayaka Chaviti in Bedarbadamu. And the festive rhythm just keeps on going. In Isfayujamu, you've got Dasara, Bathukamma, and of course the Festival of Lights, Deepavali. Then in Pushyamu, we have Sankranti, and this is a perfect example of that lunisolar system we were just talking about. Sankranti is a huge harvest festival. It's all about celebrating abundance, and the calendar is designed to make sure it always lines up perfectly with the end of the harvest season. Okay, section 3, a global perspective. Now that we've got a handle on the Telugu system, let's zoom out and see how it fits in with other ways of mapping time across the world. What's really fascinating is this common thread you see everywhere, the number 12. Whether it's the English calendar, the Telugu one, or even the Islamic calendar, this structure of 12 months pops up again and again. It just seems to be a very natural way for us humans to divide up the year, no matter if we're tracking the sun or the moon. This table really lays it all out for us. The Gregorian calendar is solar. It's based on the Earth's orbit around the sun. The Islamic calendar is purely lunar, which means its months actually drift through the seasons over time. And the Telugu calendar? It sits right in between. It's lunisolar. It follows the moon from month to month, but it stays tethered to the sun's year. And that's why Ugadi might seem to shift a bit from our Gregorian perspective, but it never actually drifts out of its spring season. Okay, our final section, the rhythm of tradition. So after all this, why does it matter? What's the deeper meaning behind these cycles? The source material itself puts it perfectly. A calendar isn't just for scheduling appointments. It's a guide, a compass, pointing to the essential cycles of time and culture. It connects the past to the present and gives a framework for the future. When it comes right down to it, these cultural calendars are really the heartbeat of a community. They connect people to each other through shared celebrations, they connect them to nature through all these seasonal festivals, and they connect them to their heritage through an unbroken chain of tradition. And that leaves us with one last thought.
We've just explored the rhythm of the Telu year, but every single culture has one. So just take a second to think about it. What are the events, the seasons, the traditions that mark the rhythm of your year? What does your cultural calendar look like?